I've been saying for a while now that, as the great Chael Sonnen says, I reserve the right to change my opinion when confronted with new information. And as time goes by, we all are confronted with new information. Doesn't mean we have to change our opinion. Maybe the new information solidifies our opinion. Or maybe it gives us a different point of view and we change our mind about something somewhere down the road. So I took all this into consideration, and as it turns out, I still believe what I have always believed when it comes to my favorite or preferred, or what I believe is arguably the best size silver bar. Make sure to subscribe for a bunch of videos. Subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive bonus content. Get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel in the biggest possible way. Try out some G Fuel, $5 off your first order by clicking the link in the description. And of course, last but certainly not least, make sure to go and get your up to 12 free fractional shares by downloading Webull and funding your account. Let me pull out that silver bar again, because this right here is a 10-ounce silver bar, and I brought it out for a reason. I have a 10-ounce silver bar in my hand. I brought this with me on purpose because the 10-ounce denomination is, in my opinion, the best size piece of silver. Now, I've been saying this for years. Obviously, the smaller the piece of metal, the more practical it is. But the larger the piece of metal, this goes for both silver and gold, by the way, the larger the piece of metal, the more of you get a better bang for your buck. Because the bigger you go, the more it breaks down the premium and stuff like that. It just makes sense. I never really noticed a difference when it came to 5-ounce bars. If you take a 5-ounce bar and compare the price tag to 5 individual 1-ounce bars, it's like the same thing. 10-ounce bars, when you actually start to notice the premiums getting broken down. But at the same time, if you go beyond the 10-ounce denomination, what happens? Sure, you get more silver. You break down the premium even further, but when you get to that 25-ounce, 50-ounce, 100-ounce, is there anything wrong with that? Absolutely not. However, during intense economic times, or during a time where the spot price of silver takes off rapidly, if that ever occurs again, who knows? It might. It's happened before. It could happen again. Will it be short-lived? Will it officially take off to the moon? Who knows? But during a time where the spot price jumps dramatically, significant jump, not just, oh, silver's up 1.2% today. No, what happens if it jumps up 12% in a day or over the course of a couple of days or more? What if it goes up, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22% or more? I'm talking about something like that, a situation where that's taking place. And you want or need to part ways with your metal. Well, now that the cost of silver per troy ounce has gone up by quite a bit, you might, probably not, but you could run into a little bit of trouble getting rid of a big giant block of silver. You might not have trouble getting rid of a big giant block of silver today, but would you have trouble getting rid of that big giant block of silver if the spot price went up to $30, $40, $50 per troy ounce? Maybe, maybe not. But you could. That's just the way I see it. It might be a little bit difficult getting rid of something of that denomination when the spot price is significantly higher than it is today. So, to combat that issue, maybe go with something smaller, because if the spot price goes up, yeah, the cost per troy ounce will go up, obviously goes up, but it might be easier to get rid of something of a smaller denomination, like 10 troy ounces at a time, while simultaneously saving currency by stacking the 10-ounce bars as opposed to the 1-ounce bars or rounds or coins, because you break down the premium a little bit to acquire the silver, but you can rest assured knowing that you wouldn't have a tough time getting rid of it if and when the time comes to sell or trade. So that's why I've always believed 10 troy ounce silver bars are the best, because you kind of get the best of both worlds. It's big enough to start breaking down the premiums, but it's small enough to still be practical and still be, easy to get rid of, even when currency's tight, if that makes sense. I will say this, though, before we move on to gold. I will say this one last thing about silver. I did change my mind on one thing. I have shifted my stance on one particular thing that I used to say. I used to say that I would never, ever stack a piece of silver above 10 troy ounces. For the reason I just explained, I was like, no, 10 troy ounces I believe is the best, and anything beyond that I don't think is a great idea. I no longer believe that to be true. I do believe stacking silver above the 10-ounce denomination. I haven't done it. I currently do not own anything above 10 troy ounces, but I'm no longer closed-minded to it. If an opportunity presented itself to me to get, I don't know, let's just say a kilo bar at spot or close to spot, would I be against it? Nowadays? No. Now, I'm not really actively or aggressively stacking silver at this time, so I wouldn't be overly motivated to hop on the opportunity. But an opportunity is an opportunity, and you have to recognize one when you see one. And if that were to occur, if an opportunity like that, fell in my lap, I can't really see myself turning it down. I used to be closed-minded to kilo bars, 50-ounce bars, 100-ounce bars, but nowadays, it's not what I'm looking for. And if I was aggressively stacking, it would absolutely not be something that would be on my to stack list necessarily. But like I said, an opportunity is an opportunity, and I have changed my mind on that. I no longer believe that stacking silver above the 10-ounce denomination is a bad idea. I do still believe that you might have some difficulty, or you could run into some trouble getting rid of it if the spot price were to go up by a dramatic amount, but I don't think it's a bad idea. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with that. Make sure to subscribe for a bunch of videos. Subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive bonus content. Get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel in the biggest possible way. Try out some G Fuel, $5 off your first order by clicking the link in the description. And of course, last but certainly not least, make sure to go and get your up to 12 free fractional shares by downloading Webull and funding your account.